Hello there. If you watch this video all the way through, the chances that you will have an ad disapproved or banned or your full account banned is going to be smaller, because I'm going to go through every single thing that Facebook doesn't like, can get you for, and show you exactly how you want to lay out your ads and your landing pages and things like that, so that Facebook likes you and doesn't disapprove your ads. So I'm going to give real world examples. I have Ad Creator. I also have one of the pages on my website, which I haven't run as an ad, but I thought it'd be helpful. Facebook actually does read the landing pages that it's on. So it is going to read through all of this text and look at the page and things like that. Go down in the comments below. I'm going to tell you what I would need to change on this page, but I actually want to hear from you what you think this page needs if I was sending paid traffic to this page, what changes I would need to make. All right, so there is a few things. The first thing, I definitely want to add a header and have that header have an image. So you could do a full menu, and if it was a sales page, I would probably do that. But since it's just a really simple page, just having some sort of header with a logo and an image shows you're a real company. And I also want to make this lead to the homepage. Now, things do perform better if you don't give people a lot of options, but they don't love if there's nothing people can click or hear about with the business or anything like that. So I'm going to go to this image and add a link to it. So now when people go to the page, they have this header and they can click on it. The next thing I want to go through and see if there's any claims that I can't actually prove. I think this would be fine. Anything like losing 30 pounds in a week or anything like that. Growing your business, that's vague enough without working 90 hours a week. I probably, with everything going on, would want to think about, maybe I do want to have another angle with that, because I think a number of businesses, they're not even concerned with growing. It's just like on surviving. So I could potentially give it another title or a new headline that's a little more focused on, hey, these are the things you can be working on, the strategy you can be working on to help you survive through all of this. But I don't think they really have a problem just from learn to grow your business. That's not outrageous or unprovable claims. Let me go through the rest. You'll learn 6. I could do key marketing strategies, just since they may want you to prove it's the 6 most important, a comparison of 20 marketing tactics, advanced tips to increase productivity, time blocking hack that helps me market more efficiently, step-by-step plan to create your marketing roadmap. So there's not really any claims that are unprovable. Anytime you have significant claims, you definitely want to include disclaimers down below. And an easy way to see how you should structure them is just find a competitor or someone in your space who is using disclaimers and see what theirs look like. You don't want to copy their disclaimer, but just look at some examples of what disclaimers should include. You can talk to a lawyer, but you can, just see how those should be laid out and what information it should include. But this is basic enough. It shouldn't need an explainer. I would probably make it GDPR compliant, so actually let people know that they will be opted into my email list. So I'm going to add. Okay, so here is what we added to the bottom. By signing up, you agree to our privacy policy. You definitely need privacy policy, terms of service, possibly. You'll receive helpful and useful marketing and productivity emails from Jacob Elliott Weekly. You can unsubscribe. So this really lets people know they will be getting emails. They'll be from Jacob Elliott. That's what'll happen if they sign up. You can do this as some sort of checkbox where people need to check off that they agree to privacy policy. But since we have this as the main call to action and it's all centered around the email and has people agree to it right there, this should be fine. When you have forms like this, you generally want the privacy policy right below. You could probably get away with it in the footer since this is the main thing on the page. But You know, if it's a physical product, you can make people like check for the conditions or to receive emails. What's the other thing that we need with this? We need a footer. And that footer should have definitely a way to get in contact or support page, like a link. With mine, I'm probably just gonna do as like text that links out, but you know, you can do a full scale footer if you want as well. Now at the bottom, we want either like contact or support. You could do support and turn that into a link that people can click. Also, yeah, you want to have privacy policy again. And you know, if it's a longer sales page, it'll be a lot more spread out. We could probably get away with just having it at the bottom here since it's close to the opt-in, but it never hurts. So if it's a product page, I'll show you. I do think having these seals just kind of adds trust, having, you know, a way to get in contact, having a refund policy, having a way to get in contact is really important. You could have shipping policies as well, depending on what it is. Affiliates, that's not something I need, but it is something that I do want to promote. All right, so we got this thing in tip-top shape with the logo and all of the, you know, privacy policy, terms of service, everything like that. You need to create them if you haven't already. Now let's talk in the ads themselves. Now, it's not that different. I'm staying away from making like big claims that need to be backed up or have disclaimers in the text itself. There's a lot of different phrases and things that Facebook flags. So I tend to go on the safe side, not really swearing or having anything too outrageous in terms of claims. I'm very careful with the word you because you don't want to feel like you're calling people out. You definitely can't say like, are you tired of feeling fat and lazy? That can definitely get flagged. People can feel, you don't want people put on the defensive or like you know too much about them. I'm gonna link to, so the policy, it takes a little bit to read, but it's under 10 minutes. And I read this every week or 2 weeks because they do add and change and update. And you know, this is just the ultimate guide to fitting within the community standards. There's a lot of things that cannot go on the platform or be advertised. Some of them can be on, you know, other platforms, but like dating is not allowed on Facebook, or gambling, online pharmacies, things like that. So keep up with this list. Really think about, you know, what Facebook wants. It probably won't get disapproved, but if your ad just isn't relevant to people, it's not going to perform very well. Or like Facebook really wants people to come on the platform and see stuff that makes them feel good and, you know, stuff that they really like. As soon as people get like really angry or upset or feel attacked, that's when you're going to run into some significant issues. You know, there's certain things that you're not allowed to ask for: account numbers, criminal history, insurance information, political affiliation, anything like that. So keep up to date on this. But just stick to what we talked about here. If you're running a giveaway, you do want that it's like not associated with Facebook, things like that. Actually create a full playlist. It's every single thing I have going on with talking about Facebook ads, paid ads, things like that. So stay up to date, check out that list. I'm sure there's several videos that'll be super relevant to you. I do paid ads, Facebook ad videos every single week. I do 4 trainings every single week as well on productivity, marketing strategy, all of this stuff. So check out that playlist. Thank you for watching this. Be sure that your things don't get disapproved. Anyway, I'll see you in that playlist. Thanks for watching.